This episode is all about expectations and how these expectations that we have can limit what we can do and be.
Unlock possibilities by changing your mindset. You will expand what's possible for you, for the ones around you, for the world. You're moving into a land of both blind spots and learning, of things and ideas. You just crossed over into the mindset zone. Join your guide, Anna Melikian, founder of Solo Biz Academy, the director of education for Book Yourself Solid, and a PhD in psychology.
The show you are about to listen is backed by popular demand from the Mindset Zone archive vault. To get all new episodes, make sure you subscribe via your favorite podcast app and visit mindset.zone. Yes, instead of .com, it's .zone. There you can find the episode archive, show notes, and other amazing resources, including how to 4 times your success so you can work smarter, not harder, and learn how to leverage your talents to make a bigger impact while enjoying the process. All at mindset.zone.
Hi, Anna Melikian here. Today's episode is very special because my goal today is for you to go and listen to another podcast that is not Mindset Zone. Then come back. Because this is one of the things that I love about the podcasting world. And is very similar like authors or professional speakers. Because we know that a person who reads a book or listen to a speaker or to a podcast will enjoy reading other books, listening to other speakers, and subscribing to other podcasts. We don't see each other as competition. And I think there was the founder of the National Speaker Association, he phrased this in the best way, Cavett Robert. He used to say that as speakers, we never fight over the size of our slice of the pie. We build a bigger pie. And I love this. I love this because it's so true. And today I want to speak about one of my favorite podcasts. And since Mindset Zone is all about expanding possibilities, I want to introduce you to Invisibilia. It's an NPR podcast that was launched in the beginning of 2015. And they picked this title, Invisibilia, that is a Latin word that means all the things invisible. So all the invisible things. And the goal of this podcast, Invisibilia, is to explore the intangible things that we cannot see, the intangible forces that shape human behavior, from ideas, from beliefs, assumptions, and emotions. And there is a particular episode of this podcast that I would love you to go and listen to. It really blew my mind. The title of this episode is called How to Become Batman. How to Become Batman. And it was released on January 22nd, 2015. So I will put a link on the show notes to this particular episode. And this episode is all about expectations and how these expectations that we have can limit what we can do and be. And I have to warn you, this is 1 hour long, this episode, and truly can blow your mind. Really make you think about how we limit ourselves and others by accepting expectations without questioning other possibilities. This particular episode starts by describing how when scientists are doing experiments, in this case were with rats, if they think that a particular lab rat is dumb or clever, that thinking, if the rat is dumb or clever, affects how well that rat will perform the experiment. So, yes, and this is just the beginning. So, the expectations that the scientist has about the animal in the lab, there is evidence, there is research that shows that expectations determine how the animal is going to perform the experiment. And they start explaining about this and speaking about this. And from there, they go and they focus on Daniel Kish, who is a blind person who destroys every stereotype you might have about blindness. It's really a very interesting story. Daniel Kish, he lost both eyes when he was very young, a young toddler. Yet he grew up to be able to navigate this world very independently and with loads of confidence. He developed a system that allowed him and other blind people to see really. It's really amazing. So he's a blind person who guides other blind people as well as those of us who have normal sight. And he guides us to see so many new possibilities in our lives. When I listen to this show, I question so many things. How expectations can limit the possibilities of people with disabilities. How I can limit myself with my beliefs and my own expectations, and how my expectations for my daughter can limit her from achieving what she's capable of. And when I was listening and reflecting and preparing this, it reminded me a lot of episode 7 of this podcast, Mindset Zone podcast, where I spoke about a powerful quote of Viktor Frankl that he mentioned in the quote is not from Viktor Frankl, but he mentioned this quote in one of his lectures that I refer in episode 7. And it goes like this. If we take man as he is, we make him worse. But if we take man as he should be, we make him capable of becoming what he could be. Please go ahead and listen to How to Become Batman from the Invisibilia podcast. I will put all the links into the show notes of this episode, and that you can get access to them by going to mindset.zone/32. And I am also going to put in the show notes a TED Talk from Daniel Kish. So if you don't have 1 hour of time to listen to How to Become Batman, at least take a little bit of time to go and check the TED Talk of Daniel Kish, because you will have a good feeling about how we are limiting our possibilities and how much more is possible to do. And as always, I love to hear your comments about this. And if you want a weekly mindset workout, I will be here next week with a very, very special episode. It's another interview, this time with Pamela Slim, that she's the author of several books, including Escape from the Cubicle Nation, and now a more recent one called The Body of Work, Finding the Threads That Ties Your Story Together. And we are going to be speaking about this last book, The Body of Work. And as always, if it's easier for you to listen to these podcast episodes directly from my website, you just have to go to mindset.zone/info, Or now, if you are spending time in Facebook, just go to Facebook and you can join a Facebook group. Just type mindset.zone/Facebook and you will be redirected to this Facebook group. Ask to join. I would love to have you in the community there. And as always, I'm so grateful that you have crossed over into the mindset zone. Expand what's possible for you, for the ones around you, for the world.
Thank you for listening. And remember to visit mindset.zone. Yes, instead of .com is .zone. There you can find all the episodes and other amazing resources. As always, I'm so grateful that you have crossed over into the mindset zone. Expand what's possible for you, for the ones around you, for the world.